Hello everyone. Today, myself Anushka and my teammate Harsh are going to present our final visualization project. And the topic that we've chosen is Global 500 Analysis Dashboard. So this is the look of the poster that we have created for our project, which highlights all the different aspects of our project. So what exactly is Global 500? So Global 500 is basically a list of all the top 500 companies around the world, and this 500 companies are listed based on their revenue. The highest revenued companies are at the top, and this list is created by the Fortune magazine. So before 1989, there was just Fortune 500, which is all the companies based in US were a part of that. But after 1989, the all the companies all around the world are considered, and the list is called as Fortune Global 500 or Global 500. So our dashboard is majorly focusing on this Global 500 list, and the purpose that we've chosen this topic is because during the COVID-19 pandemic, we found that there were several companies that were hit by the pandemic, and majorly the health sector was the one that grew, and various other companies or the other sectors were going down. So we realized that there are so many different factors that are affecting the revenues of these different companies, and we wanted to study these kind of factors and wanted to know how different companies have grown over the different years. So this was the major purpose why we chose this topic. So this is the insights that we got, and the poster also shows the different plots that we have. So now let's quickly jump into the actual dashboard. So this dashboard contains different types of plots in order to analyze the global 500 companies. So initially at the top we have this year slider, which we've used for brushing, and we can brush through all the different years starting from 2010 till 2021. So we have analyzed the data for the past decade, and there are other plots such as the bar chart race. Then there is the choropleth map. Then the donut chart and the infographics and the word cloud. So I'll quickly try to explain all the plots in detail. Okay, so starting with the bar chart race, this shows the top 10 companies based on the revenue over the series of years. So whenever I'll start this play button, it will start the race, and we can see that initially Walmart was at the top and all the other companies were down. Then later on, around 2012, we can see that Royal Dutch Shell will be at the top and Walmart is at the third position. Then later on, again, slowly, Walmart comes to the top in around 2014, and after that, it remains at the top for all the consecutive years till 2021. Then we can see that how Apple has come to the race around 2016, and then later on, there is Volkswagen as well, and Royal Dutch is below, and it again goes to the top. Then Apple is no longer in the race, but then other companies such as Aramco is there. Then Amazon has come to the race in 2020, and then later on, Amazon directly rises to the third position in 2021. So this is what the bar chart race shows, how the different companies are rising to the top. Next comes the choropleth plot or the choropleth map, in which we are showing the distribution of companies across different countries, which is based on the revenue collected in each of these countries. So we can see that this legend shows the distribution of the revenue in each of these countries. So the dark blue shows more revenue, while the lighter shade is showing lesser revenue. So there are other features to this map, like the zooming feature. We can just zoom in to see the details of this particular country. Then similarly, there is this on hovering, we can see the which country we are hovering on and the revenue for that particular year. So here we can see China. So all these are for 2021. So let us start with maybe 2010 in order to analyze the different data. So here you can see that Saudi Arabia is not having any major revenue, while Brazil is contributing only zero point 0.2 millions. So over the years, how the distribution is changing is what we can analyze based on this data. Here we can see India is having just 0.3 million, and as you can see over the years, so when I go to 2013, I can see that suddenly Brazil has increased the revenue to about zero point 0.4 million. This is majorly because of the fact that there is more energy based and financial based companies in Brazil over the years. Also, now, even now, Brazil is not much in the race, but then as we go ahead, uh, and majorly in the recent years, that is in 2020, we can see that Saudi Arabia's revenue has increased a lot, and that we also saw on this bar chart race, where we could see that Saudi Aramco was the company that rose to the top around 2020. All these are the insights that we can see based on the Colorado map. Now, further, my teammate Harsh will explain the other plots and the interactivities.
Thanks, Anushka, for handing me over. So now let's go over the insights of this Global 500 dashboard. So I think Anushka has already shared the details about the chlorophyll graph and how it is being represented, and also the bar chart or the bar chart trace that has been shown here. So now let's just go over the charts which are on the bottom section. So one is a sector-wise distribution of companies for given profits. So I think you can see the six sectors, one, two, three, four, five, six, and we have categorized. So there were more than six sectors, but what we have done is we have categorized the others, or maybe more than six. So maybe we have taken top six ones, and the later ones are grouped into other, so that we only shows the categories up to the magic number. So magic number is plus or minus two above seven. So I think seven is the optimal number for visualization, and what we have tried to do is keeping that aspect and the aesthetics similar to what the magic numbers want. Apart from that, there is some infograph. So this just shows you the informative uh, representation of what is the total revenue of the companies that are being selected, the total profit, and the total employees count of the companies that you are going to look at. The third one is a word map. Word map is a different word map which shows a profit per employee count. So this basically is so everyone knows that a profit can either be generated by an underlying asset that the firm has, or can be generated by, say, employees. So the more the number of employees, the more the profit can be. It's it's not a one-to-one relationship, but you can say that. So I think what we are trying to see is what is the profit made by company, and what are the number of employees that are being employed, and maybe get a ratio of it to actually see what value does a company bring, or what value does an employee bring to a company. So I think this is just the overview. I think you can, again, if you see, you can slide in, everything will change. You can slide out, slide in, slide up. I think, yeah. I think we left over 2020. So let's just start with the sector. So I think this is a pie chart, and you see there are categories listed down. So what functionality we bring is in the form of interaction is you can select, deselect this category. So let's say we want to not see others data. So we just want to focus on the six categories. Let's just push it off. So I think once we click it, the data gets filtered. So only these six categories are shown. So I think what we can do is for 2020, I think 2020 was hit by pandemic. So I think what we can do is maybe look into the healthcare data, which I think would be interesting. Let's go. Okay. So what is the total revenue? So total revenue is 2.1 million, and we are able to see some of the known companies. I think Johnson and Johnson, Pfizer. Everyone got the booster shot from Pfizer. GSK, yep, that's also a good company. Yeah, so these are all the companies that were profited. I think that were profited by the COVID pandemic. And you see China, as usual, China getting a lead while the pandemic was on. And we can see, or okay, let's just go in 2019 and see what the status of healthcare was. So 2019, if we go to healthcare, okay, 1.6 million. So I think 2.1 million was the revenue on healthcare by 2020. So I think there was a quite a significant jump in healthcare revenues. And you see the size of the cloud has also shrunk due to this revenue. So I think the revenue is less, and hence the word cloud size has shrunk. And you see, this is a similar population. There will be representation of companies around the globe representing healthcare sector. Uh, so this was, I think, one of the good insight that we saw, that the companies that represented Global 500 had healthcare revenue generated being more. I think the other insight what we saw was, I think, on technology. So I think I will just focus on the latest trends, because we all know what we have gone through for the past 3 years. And I think healthcare was one. I think the other sector was technology sector, which we all relate to. So 2019, I think we can see 2019, 2021. Again, I'll go through that data. So 2019, if you go to technology, let's see what's technology has for us. I think 2.66 million. So that's the revenue. 7.25 is the employee count. 7.25 million is the employee count. So what I think is, if we go to 2020, when the pandemic hit, we would see a drop in revenue, because I think um, because of COVID, I think many say companies shut shop, and maybe a less number of employees. Let's go over there. We reached 2020. Now let's just go over the sector of technology. And as you see, okay, so it's 16% drop in employee count, 33% drop in total revenue, and I think the total profit also was dropped by 13.85%. So that is quite significant drop due to COVID, I think. Yeah, then that's representative of what we saw in the day-to-day life in the past 3 years. I think for 2021, I think it should be increased, because more companies started adopting to work from home culture. And I think there was a hiring spree as well. So I think the number of employees should grow, as well as I think the revenue should grow for 2021. Let's go technology. Okay, and as expected, that's the result. I think 20.47 is the total revenue that is increased. 14.97 was a percentage jump in the profits, and I think the employee count was, I think, the major one, 22.78. So yeah, as we see, technology is distributed across various say countries around the world. US and China leading as usual. India is not far behind. I think India is also there. But yeah, since given its service sector, I think it's a bit behind. But yeah, US and China are leading there. So this was I think the interaction part of it. You can interact and see sector-wise data. You can reveal good insights of it. This is a say word map, which you can see profit per employee. So as you see, Apple and Microsoft, and I think Alphabet, these three are generating more profit. So I think Apple has a profit per employee of 0.3927, and I think 30 what's Tencent holding profit per employee. So I think Tencent holding are also good. So employees working in Tencent holding are also competitive as Microsoft and Apple. Yeah, but this is overall the interaction and the insight that we got from our dashboard. And I think overall, the aesthetic wise, I think the dashboard looks good. I hope you liked it. If you have anything, please do let us know through email. Thank you.